should all hopefully be seeing me now. I think I have done everything on my list. We'll find out. But hello, beautiful Samsara, Marcy, Marilyn, Ambient, Renee. Hello, all you lovely early birds. So, let me turn down the music for me because it's currently blasting in my ears, which is great when you're trying to hype yourself up and get yourself ready to go. We are here for a wonderful charity. Not charity. I do too many charity streams. It's just automatic charity stream. We're here for a little promotional celebration support stream for the wonderful Karen Myers, who I got to kind of talk to earlier today with an email. Absolutely lovely, but also someone going through a really difficult time. So it's just a way to support and show, you know, we're still here. So yeah, we're going to be working in this copy. Yes, the hair is now freshly blue. Also, yes, you wouldn't have seen it since I re-dyed it, but this is what it's meant to look like when it's not faded the frick out. So today we are going to work in the Mystical Lands of Klynnadra. Thank you, Renee, for bearing with me as I asked 50 times how to pronounce this and then finally asked for phonetic spelling. Oh gosh. But yes, we are working in the second book of this series today. And I finally settled on doing the Mystic Vale camp. There's so many gorgeous pictures. It was really hard to choose, and then Karen, being the absolute sweetheart that she is, also gave us a copy of her new book to say thank you for doing this. And I was not expecting that, and I was like, oh, do I have time to go and print that one out too, because there's some really gorgeous pictures in her new book, so I would have worked in that one as well, but didn't quite get there. It wasn't able to be fitted into the schedule today, so instead, we're just going to keep working on the original one I planned on, which is this one. So I have the digital copies from her Etsy, which, by the way, are 40% off at the moment. So really good deal. All the links are down below on where to find the books as well. And in the other thing as well is during this live stream, we will actually be giving away a copy of this book, also digital. So if you want a copy of this, make sure you use !Karen. And you will be entered into the draw. It will be drawn in just under 2 hours, 3 PM New Zealand time is when I will draw it. You'll need to be back here in chat to acknowledge that you have won, because I need to email me. So if you're not here, you can't win, sorry. I will redraw it for somebody who is here and will acknowledge that they're here. With the exception of my Patreons, because I have their direct email. So, and my Patreons are already on the list. So yeah, we're going to give away a copy of the book, which is also wonderful. And thank you to Karen for again also giving us that as well. And yeah, I'm just storing mine in a really boring clear file, but it works. So, I kind of decided about 2 minutes ago this is the page we're working on. So I don't really have a plan. I don't know what we're doing. So we have clearly a night sky. So we're going to have dark sky, stars popping out, moon. I kind of was attracted to this page because there's lots of areas to play with reflected light, which is one of my favorite things to do, because we have a fireplace that's going to be a light source. We have a little candle here that's going to be a light source. But then we also have all these little mushrooms around as well, which I love to do glowing mushrooms and making mushrooms glow. As a thing of the light source as well. We can make in here glow because there would be lights inside the travelling cart. And of course the moon would be a light source as well. So there's a lot of fun places to play with light, which I think is really interesting. So we might start with we'll just start colouring elements. If in doubt, start chucking some colour on the page and then go from there. Streamlabs. Why are you putting that out of order? I don't know what Streamlabs is doing, but cool. That's totally the order of that chat. Oh, goodness. Alright, well, I don't know today. It's one of those days. It's been one of those weeks. So if you haven't... Oh, so it will be? Okay, I forgot. I realized during your stream that I was meant to check up with you on that because I heard that on another stream, but then you told me specifically I was giving away that one, and I forgot to check up with you, and then you were streaming, so I didn't want to interrupt your stream. But let me go edit that right now. I think I can edit this live. How you know this is live? We're fixing stuff on the fly. But yeah, exclamation Karen to go into a draw to win a digital colouring book. Settings. Profiles. I cannot edit the profile while live. You know what I'll do? I'm going to close these entries. So far it's only Marcy and Marilyn, so I will make sure that you are re-entered in. Don't worry, you will get back in. Cancel. Confirm. Edit. Karen's colouring books. One of Karen's colouring books. Confirm. Start giveaway. And then we go back to here. So sorry. So sorry. This is all the stuff I try to do before I go live. I'll just put one of Karen's colouring books. So it's Shona. It's basically everything bar the new one. That'll do. We'll just keep talking about it. And then let me make sure I put... Right, I missed some people who came in as well. I am so sorry. Let me catch up. So professional. Just so professional here. Right, let me make sure I get Marcy and Marilyn back in the drawer. There you go. You are. Go back to the giveaways, and then boom, yes, I can see Kathleen, Renee, Sammy, you have all entered. Well done. Well done. And of course Marilyn and Marcy, you are back in the drawer. Thank you for bearing with me with that. Right, you're actually here to watch me colour, not do technical stream corrections. Oh, that's all good. I can take you out if you want, but it's up to you. Alright, we're just going to start with these stones. You have them all. Oh, good. So what is happening is I'm using the bot to actually generate the names. So those that want to enter can generate the names. It generates the names to me, but then I'm actually going to use a spinning wheel to draw it on stream. I did look into, there's this really cool bot that you can get for giveaways where like it pulls up the wheel on stream and then it draws a person. It's got this little animation. It's really cool, but it unfortunately only works with Twitch, and it's designed that the person has to be there and acknowledge, and if they don't acknowledge, like the wheel turns into a monster and that person's battling the monster, and if they don't acknowledge, they don't defeat the monster, so they don't win the prize. Super cute. Fellow streamer told me about it. But it didn't want to work with YouTube, so it's like, boom. But I'll hold on to it for Twitch. You have them all. That's all good. Alright. No worries. But yeah, so that'll just be running over the next couple of hours. So, you know, if at any stage you want to pop away, grab a drink, come back, totally fine, totally fine. Just be back here by in an hour 50 when we will actually draw the prize. But, you know, if you want to stay around and chat and hang and talk, please do that as well, because it's lovely to chat with all of you. It's been, I'm really, like, this is the first time I've been able to sit down all week in colour. It has been a crazy week for me. So for those that don't know, the reason why I am only doing this Wednesday for most of you, Thursday for me, the reason why I'm only doing this day is because next Wednesday/Thursday, I am actually in another region and I am graduating from my degree. And not only am I graduating, I am giving the graduation address. So like, it's not valedictorian, but I am like representing the entire class as a student who both did do one of the top academic studies of the class, but also just because of everything with my health and disabilities and everything I went through while studying, they've asked me to be the class representative, which is like a huge freaking honor. So this is why the hair is freshly blue and off to the side. You can't see it, but there's my graduation dress. My mum messaged me this morning with, she's making me some custom jewelry to wear on the day because she makes jewelry. So she sent me for a picture and she just was like, I've also made you some earrings. I'm like, that's fine, mum. I just told her, I was like, just something navy blue and maybe some crystal sparkle, and it's really pretty. In fact, why am I talking? I'll just show you the picture. So this isn't in sunlight, so it's not the best. But these are blue sandstone, so they actually got this glitter navy reflect. They look black here, but they're actually navy blue and glittery. They're really pretty. And then these lots of like little crystals. And she's added in this crystal drop. And then she was like, I've also made you matching earrings, so there you go. And so with my dress being quite a low cut, it should sit like right in here. And it's going to be really pretty. I'm so excited. So yeah, it's all go for graduation next week. We printed out the final version of my speech, so I'm just talking to myself in a mirror at the moment, which isn't actually as odd as it should be because of stream. I'm very used to talking to myself. I'm currently using Faber-Castell Polychromos because that was what was on the desk. I feel like I think that with this sort of paper the harder pencils also work well. So the paper, I cannot tell you what the paper is. I found it in a Asian store. It had no brand name, but it's about 220 GSM. It's thick. It's got a slight texture that is perfect for grabbing pencils. And it was $2 for 50 sheets. And they had 10 packets. So guess who grabbed all 10 packets? I have no idea what the brand is. I have no idea. It literally just has a piece of paper in the packaging that says paper. It was the most random thing I've ever found. But I was like, I wonder. Brought a pack, test a piece. I'm like, holy shite, this is good. Grab the lot. So yeah, we're using mystery paper today. Sorry, I just hit my mic then. So this will be like, there's going to be orange reflect coming from the fire. But then there's also like glow coming from on top from the moon. And what I tend to do is I tend to use my Prismacolors for when I'm doing reflected light. I can actually give you an example. That would be easier than me trying to explain this. Just let me move the piles of food that is around here, because I forgot to eat lunch. And I realised a minute before I started stream. So, one of the ones that we recently finished on live stream is this here, with the glowing mushrooms. And so most of this was Inktense, Albigeras and Polychromos. But then when I had finished that, to get that glow effect, I would use Prismacolor, because it's that same thing that Renee was talking about with the like smashing colours together. Because it also has that opaqueness where it will lay, if you press quite reasonably, it will lay down a bit thick around the outside for like an opaque glow edge. But then you can smash it and kind of force it into the other pencils to blend it out. And I find it's a really good way to get a glow effect, even though I'm mixing pencils and stuff like that. It works really well. So yeah, that's how we get all these neon glowing mushrooms. So yeah, there's no way that I'm going to finish this one today, but I will carry on with it after stream and hopefully get it finished in this month's massive pile of things I'm trying to do. Also, what else have I been up to? I feel like this whole week has gone by and nothing's been done. Is that the theatre? That was the other thing I've been doing at the moment. I've been doing lighting for the theatre. That's done now, thank gosh. So, how's everyone been enjoying Mystical Lands in May? Has anyone actually purchased any of the books? Like the new mermaid one? The new... I've already forgotten the name. I'm gonna butcher the names. We know I can't pronounce the names. But it's so pretty. Neon! Neon's fun. Neon is a really fun effect to do. Alright, let's get some brown. I'll probably actually come in with Inktense or something and just use it on the back here to fill in a bit of this as well. I'm unfortunately not like Renee or even some of you, you know, you've got so many sets of pencils. I have Prismacolors, I have Polychromos, I have a few Inktense and a few Albigeras and Crayolas. Those are my pencils. So it's like Prismacolors or Polychromos pretty much are my choices. One day I'd like to get some more. I definitely want to get the rest of the Inktense because I don't have the full set of that. I also would like to get some more Albigeras because there's advantageous parts of using them like dry, and then there's parts about using them wet that work really well. So I wouldn't mind having a few more of them eventually. And there's some other brands I'd like to try. A lot of it is just access in New Zealand, but also like, are they open stock? Because if I find that pencil that I love using and I go through those colours and I can't replace a single colour, I'm going to be so sad, and I'm never going to want to use the pencils because it's like, well, I can't replace this colour if I use it all up. So you won the new one in a giveaway. Heck yeah. Ah, so that's what you were looking for, Yana. When you were in it. It's so pretty. It's so good. I love all the story and the detail in it. Chronicles? Phonetically, Renee. Give it to me phonetically. Honestly, Honestly, the amount of times I pinged poor Renee and be like, how do I pronounce this title again? How do I pronounce this title again? And then eventually was like, Renee, I've forgot it again. Can you please send it through phonetically for me? I'm sorry, Renee. I'm sorry. Chronic ales. Chronic ales. Like chronic ales. Cool. I will probably forget it, but I will try my best. I try. I promise I try. I really like, oh my god, Enchanted Earth. Every time I have to pull that one out, I'm so scared about Malpamini, and then I can't get the rest of it. Oh, so it's just Chronicles. It's just Chronicles. Like the Chronicles of Narnia. It's just Chronicles. It's just spelt with an A in there. That's easy. Okay. That one I can pronounce. There is. I got to see that. It was so good. Because I was thinking with the next pay, I was going to see if I could maybe grab it. And then Karen was so lovely and like, thank you for doing this. Here's a copy. I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. Not expected. Still would have done this anyway, but thank you. So, lovely, lovely person. But yes, if you're like me and shipping is a pain, especially with Amazon, shipping's a pain. The Etsy, fantastic. Instant download. I brought the Klynnadra one, the book 2, the one that I'm working in today, off her Etsy with 40% off. And yeah, instant download, easy to get, excellent pages. And if you also are like me and working on international paper, so A4 instead of the 8.5 by 11 or whatever the American sizes are, it still prints out really nicely on A4. You can see I've just got a little bit top and bottom extra, but it still fits really nicely on A4. And I'm very tempted to take the maps and actually print them out double size, because they're just so cool. And I've got an idea for doing some of the maps that I think would be really fun. And I'd want them like big and just putting them on the wall. The reason why I ended up going with the book 2 of Klynnadra, oh gosh. The reason why I went with this one is because so many of the pictures of this book reminded me of my homebrew world for Dungeons and Dragons, like that very fantasy esque book, and I just loved it. Like, I run a campaign that is kind of Feywild adjacent, for anyone who knows D&D, and yeah, this one just reminded me so much. Hello, Smolt! Hello, Jen! Hello, Jamie! Welcome in! It's lovely to have you all here. I'm remembering to actually look at chat and not ramble. I'll still ramble. It's just part of me. We are working on this one very slowly. Very slowly, but that's okay. Yep. I will not finish this today. I will tell you that much right now. Yeah, it's such a good series, and so in this particular copy of her work, there's so many, oh god, where did I put it? I've got so much crap everywhere at the moment, it's ridiculous. Move my croissant that I didn't eat for lunch. So, oh god, shine. So with this one, when I started looking at some of the examples, I realized so much of this is like my D&D campaign, because we have multiple talking trees, and then there's like a bakery in the forest. It's called Good Vibes Only, and it's this crazy cacophony of a bakery, but then they often transport through a portal in a tree to the Fey realm, which is a separate realm where like herringons live and talking mushrooms, and yeah, it's just like so much of this. And then the Skullcape prison, which is a nod to something else. The fact that these alchemy, like so much of this is like, I could see this in my D&D campaign. So when I saw this one, I was like, okay, yeah, I've got to get this copy if I'm getting any of Karen's work, because I was just going to get the Little Mermaid PDF on its own, because it was really cheap, and I was like, it's actually really cute. But then I was like, nope, detour, whole book, please. And if I buy PDFs, which is rare, I'm not a PDF purchaser normally, but if I buy a PDF, I don't generally print the whole book, and I printed the whole book because it's really good. I really, really like it. So, right, let me catch up and chat. Jen, I'm lurking doing dishes. All good. The new book has all the maps in it. Yes, it does. That was the first thing I noted, was there was just so many maps. And I was like, oh, yes. Now I can do my idea, because part of it was I only had one map. And I need a couple of maps for what I want to do. So, yeah, I had ideas. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, yes, plans are coming together. Oh, putting it into the folder. Yeah, well, it made sense to me because it's the whole book, and then I just found the copy of the front cover image and printed that out and put it in there. So it's like a book, but it's in a folder. And it keeps the pages safe. The little wagon could be what Samsara is living in the back of the bakery. For those that don't know, Sammy, or Samsara, plays in my game as a character called Samsara. Smalt is also one of my players in a different D&D campaign, but there's crossover between the two campaigns. So, and also an avid listener, and I think we're going to get you in at one point or another. If I can figure out times. We just call them clear files here. I guess you'd call them a portfolio. I don't know what they are in America. Sorry, Ambient. But yeah, we just call them clear files. Right. Oh look, we've got some wood down here. Let's do the wood. Let's get all the wood done. So yeah, for all of those that have just joined us in, during the stream, we also have a giveaway thanks to Karen. She's giving away, allowing me to give away a copy of one of her books, excluding the newest release, which is amazing. You could win this book that I've just been raving about. So, if you are not already, please use !Karen in the chat. It will put you in the drawer, and then at the end of the stream, which will be in approximately an hour and a half, you need to be back here in chat because we will draw a winner. And the winner needs to be here just so that they can acknowledge that they have won, with the exception of my Patreons, because I have your email address, because I need to get some details from you to pass on to Renee, to pass on to Karen. But yes, enter in, because heck yes, you could win your own copy of this. A binder with plastic sleeves. Yeah, that's another option. If they email me, you have all the links from Karen. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just get the, I don't even think I have your email recorded down. I'll just make sure I get the email and I'll pass it on to you or something. We will figure it out post-stream. We will make sure you get your copy of the book though. Between all of us, I am sure we will figure it out. But yes, if you have all the links, Renee, they could probably just email you directly as well. But if not, I can just grab it. It's got the Twitch format, but thank you, Samsara, for lurking and being here. I am working with Polychromos at the moment. I will probably pull out some ink tints to fill out certain areas of the background. I will probably use Prismacolor to do like all the highlights and reflected glow from the fireplace and stuff like that. I usually do work like a water soluble layer first to smush down colour completely, but I don't know, I just was in the mood to sort of work dry pencil. It's been a while, so that's what we're doing. This is how a lot of my colouring gets influenced of. What do I feel like doing today? Yep, let's do that. Like, I have certain things that I'll say each month of, like, I want to try and do this. Obviously, we've got Mythomorphia. Non-stop Mythomorphia. But it's also, like, I just feel like colouring this. Which can lead to me actually staring into the void sometimes as I have decision paralysis. Because I'm like, I don't know what to colour. So that's where having like a... like the what am I colouring this month video, which I have actually gone back to because I was like, oh god, what did I actually say I wanted to colour this month? Oh yeah, okay, let me pull out that. Emailing directly is all good. Perfect. Need to make dinner? You can make your dinner. Sometimes I use challenges, particularly if there's one that really inspires me or intrigues me. Obviously I have my own challenges that I've been doing, so I did like the Wheel of Prompts, which is one that I've started because it's a challenge that I really enjoy. Colour palettes I don't find all that interesting to me because I'll look at a page and go, yep, this needs to be the colours. It can be a good starting point, and I can see the use for colour palettes. Like, if you look at a page and you're like, I just don't know, but I've never been one to really struggle too much with colours. Like, I might look at a page and question it for a minute, but I can usually figure out what I need in terms of colours. So, colour palette challenges, I just personally don't enjoy all that much, but I can see why people enjoy them, and I really like seeing what people do with a colour palette challenge. I did think about, like, if I was going to do one, I probably don't like a mandala style book. I don't really enjoy mandalas, but I have a couple of them, so it could be a way to do some. I mean, it could be an interesting challenge to sit down and do, but yeah, I don't know, it's just, you know, we each have things that we gravitate towards, and that's not something I gravitate towards, but it doesn't invalidate anyone using them because they're really beautiful, and I love seeing what people come up with these limited palettes. Jenny! Hello! Oh, that's so cool, Ambient. I'm really glad. I'm really glad. Yeah. It's a challenge that I really enjoyed when I was... So it originated from a Discord where it was more focused on drawing. But at the time I was just starting to dabble back in Twitch and sharing my art, or rather sharing my colouring. I totally just did all that with the wrong colour. Good job, Amy. I was meant to use this one. Oh gosh. Anyway, we'll fix it out. It'll be fine. Yeah, so I was part of this like artist Discord, and you know, she would put these prompts out for people who were drawing, which was really interesting, and they were coming out with cool stuff. And I was like, the first one that she released it when I was there was a bird, cities, and chaos, and I knew I had the page in Worlds Within Worlds by Kirby Rose Arms, where it was the heron with a city on its back. So I was like, hey, would you mind if I participated, but with a colouring page, because I'm not really at the stage where I'm comfortable with my drawing, but I'd love to, you know, participate. And I'm like, of course, of course. And I really enjoyed that idea of trying to match a page to a series of prompts or customizing a page. So that one I didn't really customize because it was my first one, but it really made me look beyond a page. So like the Wheel of Prompts challenge, which by the way, I did contact the original artist of the Discord who ran this and was like, hey, do you mind? And she's like, yeah, of course, I don't run it anymore. You do it, please. So yeah, like the Wheel of Prompts challenge this month was circus, soda bottle, and powerless, and it's a really interesting combination that's taken just a cute picture of a ghost into a really interesting story. And I think that's what I enjoy the most about it, is it develops a really interesting story with these pages. It's more than just this is a pretty picture. It's like, here's the whole meaning behind this picture. And like, I had to add in a circus and a soda bottle, but it made it really interesting. So that's why I like the Wheel of Prompts challenge. Right, let me catch up. I see some highs. All the highs. I like the limitation of the structure of colour palettes. It forces me to blend and use colours together I never would have dreamed of. Exactly. And that can be really intriguing as well. And again, that makes pages that use the colour palette challenges really interesting to look at. It's like, you know, that's a really interesting way to use it. So, right. Hi, Mona. Hello. Hello. Alright, I think I've caught up with everything. Hydrate. Thank you, Smalt, for looking after me. Yes, I should be hydrating. Everyone, make sure you take care of yourself and get some water and hydrate. I have been told by my mods. Yeah, we don't have ads to remind us. Thank you for the reminder. I appreciate that. And we don't have the ability here to press buttons and go, hydrate! Take your meds. I'm really bad at forgetting my meds. Well, not too bad, but sometimes I'll get in the zone and I forget to take my pain meds. And then I get in trouble with my body. Alright, so let's add in just a little bit more of the lighter brown, like I was originally planning. And I'm leaving a little bit of white space in here because there will be a bit of highlight color that needs to come in. I probably should have left more on top, but I used the wrong pencil, so it's fine. It'll be fine. We'll make it work. And if in doubt, glitter it out. We can have some glittery log stools. Everything glitter. I swear one day I am going to do a colouring page with nothing but glitter. It's just going to be all glitter. All glitter. I can feel people running away as I say it. My watch used to do that ambient when I did wear a watch, but I don't unfortunately wear a watch now. I live by my phone, and I could set an hourly reminder on my phone, but also I forget to set the reminder. Especially when I'm live streaming, I don't even try to have my phone on noise. I try to keep it on silent and out of the way, which means I don't necessarily look at my phone. Alright. Now let's just put a little bit through the glass because it would hit a little bit of see-through through the glass. Oh, there's a whole nother tree trunk. Let's speed through this one. Now, do we do the caravan as a sort of wood effect, or do we think about some fun colours? Because I'm leaning towards fun colours, but I always lean towards fun colours. I'm like, the more rainbow the better. That's why I'm like very impressed by people who do like these beautiful pastel minimalistic page, and I'm like, but the rainbow, all the pretty colours, where's the glitter, where's the rainbow, where's the bright? But also I do appreciate the pastel pages, they're so pretty. It's very hard for me to do a neutral page. It's very hard for me to do a neutral page. So you test out this glue tape, and I said, sure, why not use it for glitter? That's right, I do remember talking about Jen and the glitter gel pen cow. Sci-fi, hello, welcome in. I have to colour black Victorians on each shingle and panel. I mean, you can. I will go back in and add in like maybe a little bit of dark or the edge highlight, but the edge highlight's going to be a completely different colour. It's going to be like orange from the fire or like purple from this mushroom or something. But yeah, no, the wood's like basically done. It's just going in and refining. But we are leaving a lot of white space on this one, so yeah, it's just the way it works. Right, I've just seen some more wood. Just seen another log. All the logs. I am literally just using dark sepia and walnut brown in the polychromos. That's all these two colours are. And so like with this back one, I'll leave the edges free because this one would be backlit by the moon. But then possibly I'm going to come in and add a little touch of maybe something from these mushrooms when I decide what colours the mushrooms are going to be. I mean, I could of course do rainbow glitter mushrooms again, but I've also done a lot of rainbow glitter mushrooms lately, but we do love rainbow glitter mushrooms. Oh yeah, there is wood paneling, but it could also be painted wood on the caravan. You know? It could be painted and textured and like, it doesn't necessarily have to be wood there. Alright. Let's work out what else we're gonna do. Again, I'm not gonna finish this today, I can tell you that right now. So we're going to do whatever we can. Yes, Mona, in the drawer. I see you on my list. So for those that haven't done it already, we have a giveaway going where you can actually win a copy of this beautiful colouring book by Karen E. Myers. If you use exclamation Karen, you will be in the drawer. You do need to be here in an hour and 15 minutes when we draw it, just so that you can claim the prize. Because I need you to email Renee. Let's get some green going in here. I love this green. So this is permanent green olive. I don't use it enough. I mean, I use it a little bit because this is my second, but compared to some of my pencils, which is on like their 10th or 11th use through. But for a long time I was mostly just colouring in portraiture, so a lot of my pencils were portraiture colour. I didn't use a lot of green. No such thing as too many glitter rainbow mushrooms. Heck yeah. Hey Wendy, welcome in. I see you in the drawer. Mystery paper is working really well. I wish it had more of a brand on it so I could figure out what it is. Might have to swing past that store and see if I can get some more by chance. So I'm doing the same thing again. I'm focusing my colour around the centre of the leaf and leaving the outside edge, because with the moon I'll come back in and add like a yellow glowing edge probably. I'll probably do the moon yellow. And this will represent like the moon's glow, and then in the background I can do like a dark blue, navy black type sky. Could even possibly do some sort of galaxy night sky effect or something. Depends how detailed we want to go. You found my circus sphere in Soda Pop. Fantastic! That's all good, Sci-Fi. If you don't want to enter, you absolutely do not have to. I'm really excited to see. It's been so cool to see so many people who are interested in the prompt challenge. Like, I know it's a bit of a different one, and it's a little bit more than just like, you know, one item or something. It's about challenging you, but also it's really interesting to see what comes of it. It's a really, like, I really love the challenge, so I'm hoping people like it. So many leaves. So, I know Samsara is lurking, but she did joke that this could be the caravan that her character sleeps in, behind the bakery in the campaign. And like I said, this book really made me think of my D&D campaign. So I could see that, which does give us some colorways to go for in terms of how to color this, because Samsara's character has a very specific color palette. So it could be an inspiration point to start from, but it also means I definitely need to do a galaxy sky, because Samsara's character is a time wizard and is very much galaxy themed. I did say that Hayley had a little place in the village nearby. So she's not living in the bakery per se. I think technically the only person that lives at the bakery, apart from like the tree nymphs in the orchard and the Macintosh, the treant, the talking tree. I think technically the only person that lives directly at the bakery is Deza. Pretty sure every other character hasn't specified living there, but then again, yeah. Haley commutes, yeah. You could adopt that house easily. I have always wanted to be the type of person who goes around traveling. Before I got sick, I was gearing up. I got my full license and I was gearing up to build up my confidence to go traveling on my own. I'd started doing longer drives to go stay with friends out of the city and stuff like that. But yeah, just unfortunately the disease has attacked my eyes, so I'm not allowed to drive anymore. But I really wanted to to get into going for camping on different little locations, and just there's something magical about just getting away from technology in the city and just going somewhere quiet in the bush, you know, and just chilling and colouring and just spending some time away and disconnected from everything. And that's what I was trying to do, and unfortunately not going to happen now. So, but I still have that need to just go somewhere and disconnect for a while. Art time is the most precious time of the day for me. All I want is a whole week where I can just do my art. No responsibilities. That is exactly how I've been feeling, especially in these last couple of weeks, because it has been go, 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 go with a lot of stuff. But I'm learning to be better about saying no to a lot of stuff and taking responsibility for my own health and my body. Like, I just did 2 14-hour days at the theatre for lighting. I should not have done that. But they were expecting me to come in and do more. They were like, you're coming in tomorrow, right? And it's like, no, I've already done twice what I said I was going to do, and even more. I agreed to 1 show a week. I said I would give you 1 day to help with plotting. No, I am done. So I was very proud of myself. I was very nervous saying it. I'm not good at saying no, but I stood up and went, no, I'm not doing anything more. And then yesterday was meant to be D&D, but due to circumstances of multiple players, we had to cancel, and I was really glad because it meant that I got a day. I got the morning, which was just a couple of hours, but just a couple of hours of doing absolutely nothing was just so therapeutic and exactly what I needed. So I was so grateful to actually have that time just to stop. But this is the first time all week that I've been able to sit down and actually do some colouring. And I felt it. I felt not being able to stop and just do what I need to do. Hi, Appetite for Colouring. Hello, how are you going? Welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely day. We are working on the Karen Myers page. We've not done a lot, but you don't stream for productivity. Tuesday's game made for good nap time instead. Exactly. Tuesday's game did make for good nap time. So yeah, for those that don't know, I am a dungeon master or game master for a number of tabletop roleplay campaigns. I play in a couple as well. But I have a number of my players here, which is lovely. And yeah, so when we are talking about Haley, that is a NPC or a non-player character. So it is a character that I, as the Dungeon Master, play. For those that aren't familiar with tabletop games, it's basically collaborative storytelling. That is the easiest way for me to explain it. Myself and my players sit around, we tell a story together. The players all play one character, I play everyone else. And together we tell the story, and then when we're trying to do stuff, we have dice rolls that help us determine whether or not things happen. So it is a digital colouring book side pie. Thank you for that. If you use exclamation Karen, you will go in the draw to win a copy of one of Karen Emeyer's colouring books, which she has very kindly donated to the stream to give away. You could win. I fully recommend that you get the second book of the Klynnadra series, which is what I'm currently working on, because that one I love. Which is why I purchased it. But yeah, even if you don't win, they're 40% off. It's a really good buy. But also, it's just a shout out to an amazing colouring book artist who's just going through a bit of a rough time right now, you know? As someone who has had her own unexpected health battles and things just not going according to the plan, fully down to shout out and go, hey, you know, life's not going how you planned, but we're still here. We still like your stuff. And we're still here. It's a wonderful, wonderful reason to just shout out some love to a colouring book artist. So I was very honoured when Renee was like, yo, you want to do this? When can I fit this in? Yep, I can fit in one stream. So yeah, this is why, even though this goes on for 2 weeks and the schedule is listed down below, so you'll see there are a lot more people streaming, which go check them out. There may also be some more colouring books given away at these streams, just saying. But go check them out. I personally cannot stream because this time next week I'll be graduating. So, and this is literally my only day that I have free to stream on. Yeah. Yeah, exclamation Karen. It will pop up automatically every once in a while, just because it's on a timer. But yeah, I have currently in the drawer, which, reminder, you do have to be back here in an hour when we draw it. Wow, that was a camera flash. We've got an hour till the draw, and I will start copying over people to my actual thing. So, I currently have in the drawer, I can't do it once, I have all my lovely Patreons, because they will get a bonus entry. And then and Renee said not to include her, even though she used the command, so we'll just remove Renee. So, in no particular order, because I will shuffle this around, I have my Patreons. I have Marcy, Marilyn, Wendy, Smolt, Mona, Calamity, Sammy, and Kathleen so far in the draw. So if you are not in the draw, make sure you use exclamation Karen, because you could win a cool colouring book. Digital colouring book, so you still got to print it, but that's also the great thing, is that you can print it on whatever paper you want. Thank you, Smolt. Oh, see, this is why I love my peeps. Thank you. It has been an hour. And I'm feeling it today. Whew. I spent the morning running around grabbing some bits and pieces, and I was just like the whole time, ow, 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 which is why I also have a croissant, which is meant to be my breakfast, that I still have not eaten, and I should have had it for lunch, and I still haven't eaten it. But I had jelly babies. And a lot of coffee. Alright. We're good. We're stretched. We're loose. Meds were okay on until 3 o'clock. And thank you, Smoke. Thank you for looking after me. Do, 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 do. Alright, let's do this one. These giant leaves, they're just chilling here. And just like, we're here too. Just while we have the greens out, we might as well. Alright, so if we're going to theme this around this potentially being Samsara's sleeping quarters of the Good Vibes Only Bakery, we could... So Samsara's colours are very much purple. Purple and galaxy. So like I said, we will have to do a galaxy sky, which I'm not going to do today because I will actually go and have a look at some reference images and find all that sort of stuff. So I will do a separate galaxy sky. But I also feel like the caravan would have a lot of colours. So we could... I think she's got some gold too. I feel like we could do purple for the little curtains. It's going to be glowing from the inside, so we'll just chuck some yellow in there to represent like a warm yellow glow. So purple, yellow, and then we could almost do like a mint green or something. Could be quite pretty. I don't know, we'll come back to that because that could also be mint green. That could be quite pretty too. I'm thinking of like a couple of the local caravans that tour around, and there's one in particular that is like bright green. Not bright green, but like bright mint green, and it's so pretty. I love it every time. No, that's not my purples. That's my purples. Let's start with the easy one though. Took your meds this morning? Fantastic. We love a bit of self-care here. So I'll keep that purple out because we will probably reuse those purples somewhere else just so we can have more of the same colour. Because it's a way to tie a piece together cohesively when you've got a lot of colour, is to reuse those same colours in a few spots. So one of the colours I know we're going to be using is a bit of yellow. So let's pull out some yellow. Just kind of remind me. It's like handy though to talk to yourself while you do stuff. I do that a lot, especially like while I'm working. I'm usually talking to myself. It helps me process. Processing noises are valid. Alright, so that'd have a bit of a glow too. And then, just to keep it all together, we'll also start laying down some moon colours. Yeah, good, good. You're back with food cooked? Nice. What did you end up cooking? You're definitely not alone in doing it. I know a lot of people that make processing noises. It's actually a, so one of the things I learned while doing adolescence and child psychology is the reason why children, when they're very young, will often talk through what they're doing. Like, you teach kids to tie their shoelaces by using the poem and have them talking out loud with the poem, is because in order to create those pathways, they become stronger when they actually verbalize it, because then they can tackle into the auditory processes as well as the physical movement processes. But then it's also because those pathways are new and not established, they often have to talk to sort of fire off the neurons to move through the pathways. So there's like actual science behind why people talk while they do things, and it's a learned behavior that we carry on throughout our whole life. So it's very normal to be talking while you're doing something, particularly something difficult. It is a process that we start when we're younger. And as things get more familiar, we need to talk less and less because it's more familiar to us. But there's still people that do it regardless. Taco salad for you and soft taco for the boys. I want tacos. I shouldn't have grabbed the candy before, because now it's like reminding me I haven't eaten. Now it's like, hey, silly, you haven't had food. You've just had coffee, and coffee's not really food. I'll still drink coffee. We do love our coffee. I can't remember what the poem's not really the right word, like the little song or the phrase or the nursery rhyme or the doohickey. The doohickey to do the thingy-mabobs with the what's-the-macallicks. That. It's so technical. Right, so what I can see now is our yellow is very top heavy, so we do need to bring some yellow down. Now we will have the fire, but the fire will be more orange leaning into yellow, which makes me think that we should probably do something down here yellow. And I'm thinking we have an acorn teapot, which first off, I want an acorn teapot. How cute would that be? But we could either do the little runner bright yellow, and then we'll have little edges of just light yellow just from the moon's reflection, but that'll be more like a creamy yellow, very like touch of yellow, not like this bright pop of yellow. So I think if we do the bright pop of yellow here, it'll really make it pop. Or we could do the teapot yellow, and we could actually bring our purple back into this and match it to the purple fabric of the curtains. The thingamajiggle. Exactly, the thingamajiggle with the what's-majig, with the bitsy bobs. All these good technical terms. Yeah, I think I like doing it yellow, because then we could still put the acorn top on top, like the acorn's just sitting on the side. I'm going to go yellow. So with this, I'm going to focus my intense yellow more in the center, because there would be some edge glow from the moon. Now it's going to be very similar glow to the colour of the teapot, but it's still going to lighten it a little bit, so. And I may even go in there with like a slightly more tan colour, particularly as I do the acorn top, and just shade in just a little bit more, because right now it's quite flat, but I'm feeling that with the moon too, it's very one-dimensional. But at the moment, a lot of what I'm trying to do is just chuck down colours so I can start visualising how this is coming together. Which, the biggest thing I could do to help chuck down that colour is just colour the grass, but that'd be rather boring, so we're not going to just sit here and colour grass. Oh, I used to hate coffee. I used to not drink coffee at all. I was very anti-coffee. It's like, ew, it tastes so gross. And then I kind of developed a taste for it. I started off with it essentially being a caramel milkshake with coffee flavoring. And then it grew and grew in there. And then I made the decision to try and cut out as much dairy as possible because it was just causing me too much grief. And so I trained myself on black coffee. And now I can't drink anything else. I have to have black coffee. Every once in a while I'll get like an oat milk flat white or something. And I'm just like, nah, give me that good black coffee. I love a good black coffee. There's a cafe near me that does a coffee called The Bucket. It's 4 shots in one. And it's perfect. Because the thing is, I love their coffee. They're never big enough. I go in there and like, because their long blacks are essentially just a shot with just a touch of water. They're not actually like a cup long black. It's literally a shot and then a little bit of water, which is how it should be. It's a very concentrated, gorgeous long black, but also one gulp and you're done the whole coffee. And I end up getting a couple of them, so it's nice to like go in there and be like, 1 bucket please. 1 effort bucket. You'll know what I'm trying to say. Because YouTube moderation. I have tea. Tea is also valid. We also love tea around here. Gosh, I saw all these really cute teapots and I nearly brought one today because it's Mother's Day this Sunday, which also I just realized it's Mother's Day this Sunday. I should probably figure out something for Mum. Whoops. But they've got all these like gifts for Mum. And so they've got all these like teapots and stuff out on display, like tea for one teapots, and they're just so cute. I know for a fact that they leak like crazy. They're not great, but oh, they're just so pretty. And it's so tempting because it's like you've got the cup at the bottom and the teapot on top. It's like, you can make it and then just take the whole stack over and I can just have it here chilling on stream, and then when I'm ready, pour myself a cup of tea. It's so cute. I love the smell of freshly ground beans. I need to get some more beans actually. I'm completely out. I do have instant. Like, it's not like I'm not without coffee in the house, but I'm also running low on instant, so I just haven't been able to get up to the supermarket. I think I have I think I have an hour on Saturday that I might be able to get up there for it. I have to make a point. I'm not having no coffee in the house. I mean, that's just wrong. There's a couple of cafes around me that grind their own coffee as well, and you can buy like bags of their beans around me. I nearly did that today. I nearly just brought one of their bags of beans. It's pretty expensive, but it's like, well, at least it's like there and I don't have to mobilize to the supermarket. So I don't think I actually need a lot else at the supermarket. Like, I know I need coffee, so it could actually be an option. Like, yeah, it's more expensive, but if it's literally the only thing that I'm grabbing, I should really just go around to Ozone. They're an actual coffee producer here. They probably have the cheapest beans locally near me, so they just aren't disability accessible. That's my biggest issue with them, is that they're completely upstairs and they're very difficult for me to get into. My walking frame and stairs are not the best combo. Alright, so there's our little purple tablecloth, and again, I will be going in fact, I could show you a little bit. So it'll be just like, just a slight glow edge. Don't know how well the camera is going to pick this up, but we'll try. Barely picks it up at all. So you can see there's just like the slightest little yellow glowing edge where it's picking up the edge of the moonlight, which will be more obvious as I do more things around it as well. Like right now it's against, like the yellow's against the white. Like when that's coloured in green, it's very obvious that, oh hey, there's this gap here where it's significantly lighter, so it's just going to be like light reflect. Oh, stretch. Ooh, we're cracking a lot today. It could be classic orange fire. It could also be magical fire. We could do blue fire. Yeah, well, yeah, and that's why I didn't colour up there, because that's going to have reflected from whatever that is as well. We've got a tiny little candle here as well, so that'll be glowing, and I'm thinking of making the mushrooms glow as well, because, hey, why not more glowing mushrooms? Also, I just noticed that there's a little window on this mushroom, so let's make the window glow, so like there's a little mouse living inside, because mice reside in a lot of my fantasy places. Like all of them have little spaces where it could be a door or a window, which is fine because I'll just go in with a Posca and just boom, 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 boom. Pink fire. Ooh, that could be pretty. I was thinking pink for the mushrooms, but it could be pink fire. It's fantasy. It can be whatever we want. Oh, sorry. Hands are just crack. Alright. So like this here would be like very clearly lit up by the moon. So we can like just blend this out a little bit. Give you an idea. Oop, hands. And sometimes what I do as well is where the highlight is the strongest from the moon, I might even like outline and remove the black edge, so you just get like a really crisp highlight edge. It's like, right. Samsara's magic is typically green, purple and white light. Thank you, Samsara. That was what I was waiting for. Which means we should probably do the fire purple, which would be really cool because then we've got that purple, purple, purple. We can also do a little candle purple, which would have a fire based on creating the best vibes, the goodest vibes. Heck yeah, good vibes only. I was thinking like we could do like a bright pink or something up here anyway, so and then like we can bring the green into the caravan as well. So in fact I did yellow for the caravan light, but I could change that to a green light. I presumed kind of like the royally purpley tones of her outfit. Because also keeping in mind we've got navy up here and green down here, so we're going with like actually quite a bit of blues and greens. Yeah, she's got a lot of black and she's got purple galaxy is what I remembered from the overview, and then we have the forest green specialty look, so in another campaign. So yeah, I'm thinking navy blue up here. We've got like that green here. And then I think we'll go with the foresty purple. Because I like the idea of a purple fire. Like, that's fun. Let's do it. Now, fire gets lighter as it gets hotter. I'm pretty sure. I always get it the wrong way around. Fire is lighter as it gets hotter. Google, my friend. Yeah, that's why it's white in the core and it goes out. So we want darkest on the outside. Yeah, I need to, it's just looking at a picture, it always clicks for me, but when I try to imagine it in my head, I'm like, which way? But, I mean, like, as a kid, I used to draw a lot of fire, said something, but it was always like, you know, red, orange, yellow from the center out, which of course it's not, it's the other way around, technically, but I was a kid. But it's just so ingrained in me, you know, so trying to remind myself that, hey, no, it's actually darkest on the outside, lightest on the inside. But that's cool, because that means we can start putting in some of these reflex on the logs as well. Hey, Bonnie! Is Ward Art talking? Oh, it's picking up my mic. Why are you picking up my mic? Because it's on the wrong one. There you go. Now Ward Art shouldn't be talking. Thank you for picking that up. Because I probably would have streamed tomorrow and then Ward Art wouldn't have talked at all on the Twitch one. So thank you for picking that up. I appreciate that, Bonnie. Was picking up the mic on my camera. On one of my cameras. I mean, I'm quite alright with Ward Art talking for me. Worst characters to talk for you. Still love Ward Art so much. Still one of the happiest things I've ever made for stream. A bouncing rainbow pencil. It's cute. Yeah, it's actually a thing on my Twitch streams you can do, is you can actually make Ward Art talk your message using text-to-speech functions. It's very cute. I love it. I love when people use it. And I love when people use it for absolute, like, we've learned that Ward Art doesn't do well with, like, parentheses or some of the grammatical punctuation, and emotes. Emotes and emojis are just hilarious. It's a good time. I can't unfortunately set that up for YouTube. I might be able to eventually. It just takes a lot of time to set up. It's just a lot easier on Twitch because it's all integrated. So, couple of buttons and I'm done. But hey, you can still have a dancing Ward Art because it's so cute. And yes, for those that don't know, the little rainbow pencil is Ward Art because my username, Amy Ward Art, is often mistaken as Amy Ward Art or Anime Ward Art. So it's sort of like a running joke that pencils, when sharp, are darts. So this is Ward Art. Koala panda chicken. Koala panda chicken you. Oh, I thought he was smiling after you do a section. He's just very encouraging and supportive. Right. The only problem with doing this is that I do not have a pastel purple polychromos. This is a colour that they are significantly lacking on, is I want basically grade lavender from Prismacolor, but in polychromos form. Like, I want this color right now. Oh, smelt on the reminders to hydrate. Thank you so much. You fell asleep for 30 minutes, now wide awake? Heck yeah, we love a power nap. Get that power nap. I can't survive without a power nap. I might have taken a 20-minute power nap while Renee was sleeping, because I knew I would not be able to make it through stream if I did not take a power nap. Suppose technically I could use some red violet and work very, very lightly. I just want a little bit more gradation in there. Right, we'll leave the centers white, but we need just a touch more. But yeah, I do want to try and find... I was looking at the Brute Funa macarons, the pastel sets last night. Like, maybe I need to invest in some of those. Though it'll be the same thing. I need basically open stock of an oil-based lavender pale purple pencil. Or I just need polychromos to come out with more colours. Faber-Castell, sorry. Just give me more. Just give me some more pastel purples, please. I mean, there's nothing wrong with me going in. I could just pull out my grade lavender from my Prismacolors. Like, it would still work. I have no qualms mixing pencil brands. I just basically have to get up and get set. Pencil set. That's the only thing that's really stopping me. And yes, the stream has reminded me. So if you have not already, make sure you do exclamation Karen in the chat for a chance to win a copy of one of Karen E. Meyer's wonderful colouring books. My recommendation, the second book of Klynnadra. I need to try my phonetic spelling again. But that's the one I'm working in right now. I love it. We will be drawing that in half an hour. Okay, that does not quite work for our highlight colour. I will have to pull out the polychromos for that. The Prismacolor. You need Inktense Amethyst. It's such a pretty purple. Oh, okay. Okay. Is that one of the new set? Or is that on the existing set? I'm guessing it's on the new set. Don't even think they're in stock in New Zealand yet. Don't think I can order them. I still gotta finish the original 72. You can see where I spilt some water on my colour chart. But we're getting there. It's one of the new 28. Okay. I mean, that was one of the things I did say about the Inktense was that I felt like it needed a couple more pastels, so. Cold pens is not worth the shipping to New Zealand. It's the problem. Shipping is painful. I can't actually afford to grab them right now anyway. Maybe in a couple of months, but I'd love to. I'm hoping after graduation and that I might have a little bit that I can possibly go to an art store and grab a couple more ink tints of the original set just to finish off the original set. Yeah. Yeah, I did see from your color chart that you could kind of get away with not actually, I just realized this is switched back to top chat for some reason instead of live chat. I want all chat. There we go. Now I can actually see anything. Now I can actually see all the chat instead of just some of the chat. Yeah, the color chart that you showed me with the new 28 swatched in, there's some that are very similar, so you could get away with not having them all. I probably would eventually just to complete the set, but the couple of the colors like that you posted, I'm like, okay, yeah, I definitely need to get these ones first because they're filling in areas where I needed a color filled in very badly for the ink tints, because I do really enjoy the ink tints and laying down a base color with them. But yeah, we just gotta get, yeah. The heart of the fire could be a lime green to yellow with a slight white. It could be. I don't have room to do that sort of blend. I might be able to get some green or yellow in there. I could get some yellow. Now though, we're already going to have some yellow around from the moonlight. Which is why we're going to add some purple to these rocks now that we know our fire colour. I could put some green or some yellow in there. I don't know if I'll get both in there. I can try. It is magical fire. You'd also have a purple edge. You'd be purple, 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 purple. You'd be purple. Now that you can see that purple, I will have to go back with the Prismacolor. Just that's a bit more opaque. And go over some of this. Gives us some purple glow. Yeah, like. Yeah, there's definitely gaps in the collection I have as is anyway, but I don't have the full set. But I have seen a few of the color charts and it's like, yeah, some of the colors are very similar and you probably don't need, but there are some that I'm like, you definitely needed that color, so I definitely will as soon as they're available in a way that I can easily afford to get. Grab the rest of the ink tints colors, but I'm still building up. Like, I tend to not buy big sets all at once because I can't afford that, but I can afford a pencil here or there, or a couple of pencils here and there, so that's how I'll do it. So last time I brought 5 pencils to add to the collection, and then this time I'm going to see if I can try to get another 5, and just slowly build it up. Hello Pickle! How are you going? Welcome in. We are slowly working away on this. Right, so we wanted... Where's some scrap paper? Probably not that one because it's got my banking details on it. If we flick this over, then it won't show my address. Good. So we are trying to make some magical fire. So what we have done is we've done purple for our fire. So we've done a purple gradient. So let's just chuck down a purple gradient. And this is our ending color. So can we work green or yellow effectively into this blend? I mean, technically you can blend anything together if you put enough layers and time into it. But some things just blend together easier than others. Surprisingly, I think that green actually blends in quite nicely because of the purple that I'm using. We could do green in the fire. Green and purple fire. Fire! Green to purple. So I've got to go back over those grey to just blend in those grey, but then we'll also have yellow reflected from the moon. So let's do that. Let's just try and finish off these rock areas because we are coming up to 3 o'clock. We're about 23 minutes away from the prize drawing. So if you're not done Exclamation Karen and you'd like to win one of her books, make sure you do it. I might be able to get away with not doing... I'll probably still pull out the prismas later on, just to do like a clearer light edge. Just because I like the highlight edge to be quite light in terms of the colour, so even if I pull some white over it, that might work. I think I have a white prisma nearby. I usually do. Should really just keep a white prisma in the case with these pencils. You would have a stronger purple glow because you're right by the fire, so that side more stronger purple. And then let's grab some more of our grey. Now tiny grey. So almost at the time for this to go to the Nub retirement home. Had a good life, Cool Grace 6. This is where it gets a bit odd between the yellow to the purple blend. Oh, let's get you out of there because this is the one I need. Wow, completely destroyed that tape. You are also almost time for the retirement home. So many nubs. Pretty sure I've got a replacement for this purple. I hope I do. So yeah, that's going to be our little stones. So we've got the purple from the fire, we've got the yellow from the moon, and then the actual stone. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into that fire and just use a little bit of yellow to really warm up this green and make it like a really bright poppy green, which will also just help tie everything together, because again, when you're using colours, if you can reuse similar colours all over the place, it really helps tie a piece together. And I think we've kind of developed what our theme is going to be in terms of colours. We're going to use a lot of green, purple and yellow, which is a colour range that I don't use a lot of, but I think it's going to be really pretty. So let's get a bit more of these stones done, and at least I can leave you with maybe a completed magical fire. Maybe. So this one is technically got an edge around here, so let's highlight that edge, bring up the yellow just a little bit there, and darken the yellow, the purple, using purple, a bit closer to the fire because that's where it would be most intense. Some grey, bring in some darker grey for under here. It would be getting no light. We're going to use that light yellow. If I not quite right. Alright, somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. That looks like around here. Whee! White Prisma. Let's just start bringing in some of these sharper highlight edges. So lighten a lot of this center. Go. Trash Panda. Raccoons are very cute, but apparently they're not good. Oh no, they look very cute. Oi. Excuse me. Should also do this bucket while I'm here. Alright, and this one we're seeing more of the front of the stones around the back there. Bring this lighter grey in and just blend out our little rocks here. Oh, it's chilly. I might actually have to close a window. Raccoons are mean, also rabies. Okay, that's valid. Yeah. That does not sound like it would be fun. So do our secondary moon glow. Our yellow. She won't be much back there. But I do want to use a bit of the white and really lighten up these edges because it will be getting a lot of the fire. Would get our moon glue. Alright, still got a little bit of work to do on those logs, but we'll come back to that in a moment because I just want to colour the bucket. The bucket's cool. Even though our shadows are right on the edge, we're going to bring our shadows in a bit. And bring that to our light grey. And then, because it is shiny metal, we would have distinct purple light shadows here. Raccoons are ferrets with hands. Do we get ferrets? I can't remember. We get possums. Like, I know what ferrets are. I know what raccoons are. I'm just trying to remember if we get them in New Zealand or not. It gets confusing sometimes with all the, like, TV shows and stuff like that that are, like, not based in New Zealand. And it's, like, talking about animals. It's like, ah, yes. This is why I got confused for a long time on snakes. Because if you did not know, snakes are completely illegal in New Zealand. We don't even have them in zoos. You're not allowed to bring them in for research purposes. You are not allowed snakes in New Zealand. It's just a nope. But I was like, I want a snake. I've seen snakes before. No, I've just seen snakes on TV. Snakes are in New Zealand. No, they're not. New Zealand truly said, this is a nope group. Pretty much. Like, so much of our ecosystem has already been destroyed by introduced pests. Like, when they first came over here, they were like, oh, no, we've brought rats and they're a problem. So, hey, let's bring in, I think it was possums that they brought in. And rather than going for the rats, the possums went for all the birds that just like chill on the ground because there's never been predators here. So they just all lay their eggs on the ground and stuff. And that's why the kiwi population got decimated. That's why possums are a pest in New Zealand. Alright, while we're here, let's do a little bit of moon blue from that. Right, I started colouring under the logs grey, so you better carry on with that, because it wouldn't be grass, because obviously there's fire going here. So your fire pit would all be dirt. Where's our black? And let's just really darken some of these areas, because again we've got such extreme lights that there would be some rather extreme shadows in here. I think that's just what we're missing, it's just that contrast. All right. Not bad for just under 2 hours. We, however, have a giveaway draw to give away in a few minutes. So if you are not already, make sure you've used !Karen if you would like to be in the draw to win a digital colouring book. Because we're going to draw that in a couple of minutes. Just give a moment for people to return from lurk and that, because I did say we would draw it at the end of the stream. Rainbow! Yeah, that top of the stool really should have been lighter so that we can put the yellow on top, and now it's probably going to go a bit minky. Don't know how well this will layer, but we'll try it. Yeah, not too bad. You can see a little bit of the yellow. Actually, that's not right because I didn't do full yellow on the other one. Fixing up a mistake. as much as we can. Then we'll just edge it with yellow. That already looks way better. Way, way better. Oi. I like it. It's so cute. And I love the magical fire. I'm so tempted to put some glitter smoke there. I'm probably going to put glitter smoke there. So I will take the same silver that we used here that we created and also use that on there. So that'll be silver. We're going to try and do the sky like a navy blue maybe, or maybe a galaxy. Maybe navy blue and galaxy. Because why not? So where are my inkjet swatches? So I'll probably base it with an Inktense. So I'll probably pull out this deep indigo and do that for the sky, that really dark blue green, and swirl in some colours to make a bit like a nebula galaxy effect in the sky. And again, now that we have that palette of purple, yellow, green, I know what colours to pull in for that, and then we'll just start popping different colours around, start bringing different things together. But yeah, I have really enjoyed being back here again and just showing off a little bit of Karen's work and slowly colouring in it. So like I said, I will carry on with this. I'm not unfortunately going to be able to live stream again because next Thursday I am tied up with graduation, but I will try to get some more done. I'll try to maybe even release it next Thursday. I don't know. I'm going to try and get some more of this out in the next week with the rest of Mystical Lands in May. Again though, it is getting really crazy busy, but we're going to do our best. But yes, we have a giveaway to draw, so let's just make sure I've got everyone copied over, which I think I do. I just need to put over Bonnie. So if you are not already, make sure you do exclamation Karen to get in the draw. You have to be here to claim this, with the exception of my Patreons, because I have your email already, because I will need you to email. So, and I don't know how to chase a lot of people down. So hopefully you're around here. You got the fire done? Excellent. Well done. Well done. Where is it? Window capture. Boom. So this is everybody that we have in the drawer. So far I have, let me pull the chat back up so I can actually see what I'm doing. So far I have my wonderful Patreons. Thank you again, wonderful Patreons. Like seriously, I still am shocked that people are paying me to color. This is ridiculous. I love it and I love you guys. So Samsara, Smalt, Robin, Jevin and Anya. All my wonderful, wonderful Patreons. Thank you so, so much. Then we also have Marcy, Marilyn, Wendy, Smalt again, Mona, Calamity, Samsara again, Kathleen, and Bonnie. So, last chance if you have not already, exclamation Karen to get in this drawer to win a colouring book. Copy of a colouring book. Welcome back, Marilyn, just in time. See, the one that I was working in, I don't know why I'm showing this with the window capture up, you can't see a thing, is, let's move that light out of the way, the Mystical Lands of Klynnadra. I have it written down. Love this one so much. So this is the second book, which is one that you can totally request if you win. You're in it twice because you're a patron. Yeah, so many of these are just so fantastic and relate to how I see one of my D&D campaigns. So I kind of want to colour this whole thing as if it was scenes from my D&D campaign, which means certain ones haven't happened yet, but they also give me ideas for one-shots for my D&D campaign. So I feel like, you know, there's a lot to go through in terms of this. It's a really, really neat book, and Karen is a wonderful, wonderful artist. So you want to check out any of their works, make sure you check out the links down below. I believe both the Amazon and the Etsy store are listed. But yeah, oh, I love this one. I love this one too. I nearly coloured this one as well. But yes, let's us draw this. So let's turn back on the wonderful wheel. We do love wheels. Let's 1, 2, 3. And then moment of truth. Let us spin. Here we go, Anya. Alright, I will get Anya's email and I will contact her because she is one of my patrons, so she could not be here today, but she wanted to be here because it's like 2 AM over in Germany. But yeah, excellent. Thank you so much to everyone who was here today, and if you're not already, make sure you check out the wonderful spreadsheet down below with all the people listed who will be partaking in this. There's a lot more streams going on. Also, a big thank you to Renee for also organising this whole thing as well. It's been really wonderful. It's really fun to pop in every once in a while and do these YouTube streams as well. So yeah, in the meantime, if you do want to see more of me, I do regular streams over on Twitch. But it has been absolutely a blast to be back on here for a one-off, and there will be occasional in the future one-off streams on YouTube every once in a while. But I'm going to leave it here because I do have to go on to work now. The day does not stop. But yeah, just keep an eye out on the channel and I will keep working on this page, which you can't see because of the window capture, but hey. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Love all you guys. Take care, and I will see you some point. I'm so good at this outro thing, right? I'm so good at this.